How you doing? Frankfurt, B-Mine Hotel right here. B-Mine Hotel right here. B''MINE, mine, at Frankfurt International. And we're very honoured to be able to be up here on this terrace at Frankfurt, at B''MINE, overlooking runways 25 left, 25 centre, 25 right. We do have shots to 25 right, which are on the approach through there, all the way down through there. That's a huge, great big hotel, or actually it's not just a hotel, is it? It's shopping complex and all that kind of offices and stuff. I think they call it the ship or the boat or the ark or the something or other, I don't know. We might need that one day. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. 747. Ich glaube echt nicht. A few things to look out all the way across the complex here. So 25 left being used for, what is that, 25 centre? That's 25 left, isn't it? Yeah, that's 25 left. And right down the other end of the airfield is, what's that runway, GP? Runway 18. And there it is. It's only a little one, but we'll just, GP, keep me posted on but on any 25 right arrivals, if anything decent's going in there. Yeah, on the northern, yeah. That's what I landed on yesterday. Wow, things gone up steeply. Got cruisers, let's jump on comments. So this is the shot that we're getting. You can come up to this terrace, folks. Come here, have a meal. It's not restricted to residents only, as far as I'm aware. Well, it is in the morning, I believe, you know. I think it's, when I arrived last night, I was a little bit delayed out of Heathrow, so arrived a little bit late, but next time I come here I must make sure that I make a reservation for dinner, although I managed to get myself a little pizza downstairs. There's also a little eatery downstairs, but the main restaurant itself is up here on the main up here. So interesting reading. It's the first time we've seen that. Did you think? No, it's not. No, it's not. But it's quite nice. So that guy, oh hello, stand by. Quite surprised yesterday when I was doing my little bit of research on the Lufthansa livery. That yellow crane livery been around since 1908. Was it 1918? Incredible. Obviously in different variations. 25 centre. There's a very interesting guy on Twitter who regularly, or is it LinkedIn? One of the two, or is it YouTube? It might be YouTube actually. He's a General Electric, a GE engineer / technician. Really knows his stuff. Reading listening to a piece that he did about the three-spool. You know, the 2 versus 3 spool engines. Spool being the shaft that runs through right the way through the centre of the engine and controls all the different components. Very interesting setup and dynamics for. That's a nice shot, man. Yeah. So that guy going all the way down to 1.8. Done that a couple of times. Really long taxi. Headed all the way down there. All the way down there. He's going to end up. Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, please do, man. Morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Big Jet TV live from London, Frankfurt. Very popular destination. What did I say? Oh my God. It is quite early in the morning, I do apologise. Yeah, the new airport here at London, Frankfurt. Frankfurt. Flipping it. Should we start again? Yeah, so used to saying London Heathrow. You stupid boy. London, Frankfurt. That was got going to bloopers, isn't it, Jilly? It's got kind of bloopers, that one. Oh dear, oh Lord. Good morning, Andy. 1995. He's welcome back. He's on a. Okay, it's just. George Simpson's a brand new member, joining the most craziest channel there is anyway. Well, I'll scroll all the way. Singapore Airlines 747 cargo from Brussels to Mumbai to your northeast. Not sure if you'll see it. We just saw a beautiful cruiser before we went live, which was a bit of a shame we missed that one. Yeah, beautiful. The new Qantas A220. Absolutely beautiful livery, folks. If you get the chance to see it, just go and have a search because I wonder if he's just been down for, whether he's coming for maintenance, that 747. But we've seen that numerous times. But yeah, London, Frankfurt. Yeah, beautiful livery, new green livery on their 220 with Qantas, but it's not Qantas Airlines, the international carrier. It's Qantas something or other, isn't it? It's Qantas Link or something like that, or Nick Gray, please may I have a ticket to London, Frankfurt? Vince G, London, Frankfurt to Edinburgh, Berlin. Dawn Daffin. Sarah Lecky, I'm not going to live that one down, am I? Really, I don't think. I'm having a look out for that. I'll have a look out for that. Qantas link, that was it. Uncle Buck. Welcome back, Uncle Buck. Is what the hot dogs now. Oh, right, yeah. 340. Keep me posted on the 340. Okay. Jazz, very funny. Belfast Changi is a great place to spot. Aidan Campbell, very true indeed. Maurice Bruns, the green on the Qantas will look awesome. It does look fantastic. Again, it's based on the a bit like the it's very early in the morning. The I think that jumbo's going out, you know. Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah, that's the Air ACT's pinging. Jordan Charlie, traditional German breakfast. Well, I've had sausages, bacon, baked beans, and that's it. About 48,000 cups of coffee. Can I give a big shout out to Thomas? I don't know if Thomas is watching, but Thomas, the GM here at B Mine, very accommodating for us, folks. Obviously, we look after. We look after our friends and partners. Oh, there she is, man. As best we can on the channel, by way of promoting their facilities, which is what you see on the bottom right hand corner of your screen. And I seem to recall last time we were here, people having a look on their website and saying that the room rates were reasonable, which is pretty good to hear when you have such great views. 343. Saw Qatar's Amiri flight 343 in at London Heathrow yesterday. It's a bit like miniature Wonderland, isn't it? An evening thunderstorm here in Queensland. The Big Jet TV doesn't get much better. Wow. I like the red one. You like the red one, folks? It is a humbug thing, isn't it? Mrs. H, nice 340, laugh it up fuzzball. Cathay Pacific Airlines Dallas. I want Lufthansa to come to Australia. They not come, we get Korean Air 747. Well, I wouldn't be complaining about that too much, would you? He's going to go down to 18. I'm guessing that guy's going down to 18. I'm imagining it. He's going to turn left. James Barnes. Kushro Alam, if I remember correctly, runway 18 at Frankfurt is used for takeoffs only. Yes, indeed, you're absolutely right, Kushro. Looks like someone's left a generator running underneath her nose, look. Got a big smudge under her nose. No landings on the other runway. 36 isn't used due to obstruction at the other end unless something has changed. No, you're absolutely right, Kushro. It is departures only on 18. Of course, they have to alternate them because of the departures out of 25 left. Rab H, Susan Hoops. Stain Distra. Good morning. Diesel 13, Sarah Lancaster, Stephen M, Sam Tweedale, Mrs. H, Ross Watts. Love the red and white billboard. It's in Exeter City colours. TCC Jazz. Not a fan of the Condor livery. Well, it gets us all talking, doesn't it, eh? interesting article, very short article I have to say, or quote, tweet, whatever, comment that I read from the editor of, let's just have a little look here, it's just very, very interesting, about the Ultrafan, 747 also, oh no, it's on Tony, about the Ultrafan, the Rolls-Royce Ultrafan, because, you know, some people would be like, well, what aircraft is it going to power? Well, the thing is that I have actually mentioned in the past about the possibility of it being used to re-engine aircraft. So we're talking about aircraft that have old sub-efficient engines like the CF6, the Pratt & Whitney PWs, etc., etc. You know, there's an opportunity. Even, get this, Rolls-Royce have been sort of like gritting their teeth for the last few years with obviously the still feeling the effects of the Trent 1000 issue from many years ago. Trent 700s as well, apparently. I wasn't fully aware of that, but the 900s as well. But certainly the Trent 1000s, we are, as aviationists, we're all very aware of the issues that they had. But Rolls-Royce now sort of like, you know, not gambling, certainly not gambling. They're taking their time with the Ultrafan. But at the moment they're working with the largest variant of the engine, because there are going to be other smaller variants that they're working on. But what's interesting, and it's a very interesting makeup as well, the geared turbofan with the Ultrafan, is that it has its gearbox on the spool, on the shaft itself. We'll talk about that in upcoming shows. But the interesting thing is that I'm hearing or I'm reading is that potentially the A380 and even the A350, folks, with the very successful XWB engine, they're possibly looking at re-engineing the A350s as early as 2025. I think there's about 240 odd A350s in operation at the moment, but it's interesting, isn't it, that they're already considering the possibility of the Ultrafan being used as an upgrade, so to speak, a retrofit upgrade to the very successful A350, and potentially looking at re-engineing and this may be something to do with the reason why Emirates are looking to continue on with their A380s through way into the 2030s, we're hearing, is that there's a possibility that the Ultrafan could be used to re-engine the A380 Neo. They're even looking at an A350 Neo, potentially, new engine option. So it's been a success, hasn't it, with the A330 and with the A320 in terms of developing an aircraft that's primarily a new engine, same airframe with a few modifications, wings, etc. But it's very interesting to see that as a potential in the future. The future. Yeah, it was John Ostrower, who's the editor-in-chief of Air Current, the Air Current. Tim Clark apparently mentioning a gambit about the A350 1000 as it stands today as a kick-starting or re-engineing Ultrafan development for an A350 Neo. And there's another option there as well, not just the Ultrafan, but also possibly outfitting the A380s, with the XWB engines. How about that? So not the Ultrafan, but the XWBs. Very interesting to see how that all develops in the future. Of course, right over there where we're looking at, folks, there is the cargo centre, one of the cargo centres, the main sort of like non-Lufthansa cargo centre. The cargo Lufthansa centre is over to my right. Quite a bumpy ride last night. Look at that wing flex, isn't that beautiful? Nice. So Etihad 777 lining up last night when I was going out of Heathrow. And it was a 300 as well, so it wouldn't have been one of their freighters, I don't think, as far as I'm aware, anyway. Yeah. Rab H2 Queens and a 340 already. Rachel Van Zeller. Red stripy condor looks like a Christmas ornament. It does, doesn't it? You can almost go and light it, and it's got like that cherry smell, you know, the Christmas smell. Sarah Lancaster. Simon L. Open window here in Hamburg to listen if I can hear LH11 Hamburg to Frankfurt passing just off. Of course, now here's another thing which Munich is where the A380s are operating out of with Lufthansa. However, as far as I'm aware, they don't have the maintenance facilities at Munich like they do here at Frankfurt. Those because obviously they used to operate the 380s out of Frankfurt. Wow, is he going out? Blimey O'Reilly. God, you got to give it some stick, son. Still got a lot of runway left, obviously, but that's an intersect and a half. See that climbing out. See those big, huge facilities, that big maintenance shed down there. Look at that tiny little 747 there. Just goes to show how big these maintenance sheds are, man. Caroline Teague has gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Caroline. Chris Rowan, welcome to Big Jet TV as a premium member. What's that, GP? Roger Slater said what? It was a freighter. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, it must have been the angle that I looked at it at. And it was in the dark. Ah, TJ, our good friend TJ, saying that apparently, I was going to say, I wonder if we might see an A380 coming in here just for maintenance. Apparently TJ's saying that there's one due in from Tourelle. Now that's in France, isn't it? That being the case, we should see it on radar at some point. Rab H, 13,000 foot runway, that 18. Ryan Garland, good morning to you. Just going to see if we get a left turn out of this jumbo. Stand by. Deborah Davies. Wider than a smile. Okay. Paul, LCY Paul, off to Doha, that's 747. Yes. Operating for Qatar, we believe, that's 747. Jonathan Beale, Ian Matthews, good morning. You have missed the 340. I dare say we will see more. Oh, sorry, Lloyd Bell Terrell's in Spain. I should really learn to keep my mouth shut, shouldn't I? Or if I'm thinking. Yeah. Martin Coombs is a new member. Terrell sounds French, doesn't it? Sorry. Arrow, good morning. Stuart Claxton. Andy P. Miss Milne, good morning to you. Just waiting for all the people. I'll ignore the comments for the next 5 minutes because everyone's going to be telling me that you're an idiot again because Terrell is in Spain. So I say it then. Yeah, we had a technical issue on our jet last night. It was in the cabin. It was cabin related because certainly nothing to do with the engines or anything like that. Aidan Campbell, it was an A340-300 series with hair dryers for engines. Yeah, CFM 56, isn't it? The engine on the A340-300, obviously with a completely different cowling configuration. Roger Slater, thank you to whomever gifted me a membership. There we go. Good morning, Roger. Rachel Dickinson, Andrew Hickingbottom. Good morning. Ashley Dobson. Sandy Helmy. Russ Phillips. Where's Darryl? Cargolux 747 cruiser west to east. Tom Drake, US Air Force about to start the B-52 re-engine program. Yeah, that's a huge one for Rolls-Royce, isn't it? 76 aircraft will get 608 Rolls-Royce F130 engines. With other improvements, B-52H becomes B-52J, should extend life into the 2050s. That's insane, isn't it? What an amazing airframe that Boeing is, man. Sue Freeman, fantastic location. You can be here, everybody. Everybody's welcome. Obviously, need to check in with them first if you're coming up here to have a meal. But I would recommend staying here. I believe that the room rates are reasonable. Yes, I have. First time I clapped my eyes on Riyadh Airways was at the French... No, it wasn't. Paris Air Show, that was it, yeah. With their Dreamliner. They've just announced and shown off their new livery, another Riyadh livery, which is looking pretty sweet. Of course, people are, you know... Okay, TJ telling us that apparently the 380's arrival is due at 2:35 this afternoon. Thank you, TJ. Appreciate it, my friend. Flugelschaft Panther. Good morning to you. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. 1 hour of preview, folks. I think we've probably got about what? Probably already half an hour in, aren't we? Going to be here through till around about, well, what are we doing, Jenny? 3:30 this afternoon, is it? About 3:30? Oh, okay. Well, we could even do, yeah, maybe 4 o'clock this afternoon, folks. Because I literally have to only, last night when I got in a taxi, the taxi driver was, you know, course, everybody expects to sort of like get, you know, the taxi drivers expect you to be going into the city, you know. When I told him I just want to go to the Be Mine Hotel, that's where I got picked up from, just down there. That's where I got picked up. Seriously, folks, I could have walked across the street. Literally, I don't know if there is access, but obviously there's a roadway down there. And he wasn't very happy, man. He was not happy. Oh, this is going in 25 centre, isn't it? This Austrian jet. Well, one thing's guaranteed, and that is that we're going to get to see the A380 land in front of us. Our first glimpse of a Lufthansa A380 for many a year, isn't it? Maybe apart from a cruiser or two over the top of us from London, Frankfurt. And that's local time, yeah. EGPX. Tag! Big jetters. Local time, as in 4:30 local time is arriving here, yeah? Sorry, 2:30 local time is arriving here. Yeah. Oh, finishing 4 o'clock local, that is, so that will be 3 o'clock UK. Ken in PJ's Wow 380, yes. So that will be coming here for maintenance, or for you know, it will need a full checkup. So that's another. So how many in total are they operating now with Lufthansa? Nick Gray, you weren't wrong about the Lufthansa A380s at Frankfurt. It's coming in from Tyrrell, where it's been in storage, but obviously it needs heavy maintenance, I would have said, before it gets flying again. Certainly with the undercarriage, because if you can imagine trying to stand on your legs for the best part of 3 years or however long it is. Your knees are going to need inspection, aren't they? Mine are anyway. Standing on my legs for 3 hours. Alexandra Wood, Qantas new livery is stunning. It is indeed on the A220. Fantastic livery, man. Ridders 747, first live German show. Love seeing the lufty queens at home. There we go, Ridders. A very warm welcome to you. Of course, going to be holding on to my members right the way through till finish this afternoon. Jane Urquhart, good morning to you. Annie P. Big heavy China freighter going. Wow, he's giving that some. Of course, the big news. You know, I wouldn't say that, you know, well, I mean, it's a bit of a hefty one to claim, but Emirates have literally, you know, it's a bit of a bold statement to make, but in my eyes, Emirates have saved Boeing's bacon with the 777X, with that huge order. But not only that, General Electric as well, receiving orders for all of the, of course, the power plants with the GE 9X engine, and all the maintenance that goes with it as well. So, you know, it's great news for Boeing. And you know what? I'm absolutely made up for them, because they've been going through quite a lot recently, haven't they? Old Boeing. A lot of people have been sort of like, even myself, have been sort of like, you know, questioning what's happening with the 777X, and it's quite clear now. Well, my only question is what aircraft will the 777X replace? Will it be the 777-300s? I'd imagine that it would be, because they must be sort of like getting into some kind of age now, their 777 fleet. And of course they're operating the 800s as well, not just the 900s, but the 800s as well. And they want to call it the 777-9 now, don't they? I think the X has maybe not lost its appeal, but it's kind of gone out of favour with Boeing now. I think they prefer to call it the 777-9 and the 777-8, and of course the 800 is going to be available in a freighter variant as well. John Davies, so many lofty 747s, why did BA scrap them? John, I'll tell you why. Because the guys at Lufthansa maybe just have a board of accountants who are maybe have a little bit more foresight into the future, rather than sort of like, you know, hastily just scrapping them. Because I think I'm not sure what Lufthansa's plans were in terms of the 747 fleet, because they operate the 747-400 and the Dash 8 as well. So maybe their plans for the 747 fleet were a bit longer than BA's were, because BA's plans for the 747 in terms of replacing them with other aircraft was I think if they were still flying their 747 fleet, BA, we'd probably have 2 or 3 more years left at the tops. I think BA were maybe planning on replacing them with the Super Twins, maybe even the 777-9, but certainly the A350s were in favour, and the 787 as well, the Dash 10, 787.
Global Airlines have appointed Jet MS to refurb and overhaul their A380, what, singular? The article states work will start in 2024. So, way behind on their scheduling. Blimey, they got a lot of money, haven't they? Everyone looks like Jurgen Klopp in the restaurant. I don't know why, but anyway. Deborah Davies, did all Boeing planes start with a 7? And if so, why? But just going back to the discussion about Lufthansa and their 4-engined fleet, incredible that they're still operating A340-300s, A340-600s, 747-400s, 747-800s, and A380s. Incredible. And using all of them by the looks of it. I mean, now bringing back the A380s into service, well, not now, but having, I don't know how many A380s are operational at the moment, but as you can see, that's a big old chunky tug, isn't it? That's a big tug, man. He's stuck between, you know, careers or something, folks, and you want to do something a little bit more exciting than doing whatever you're doing. And you've got, and you're a good driver, or you're competent in your driving and all that. Get yourself a job as a tug driver. Honest with you, mate. It's going to be a great job, isn't it?
never going to lose if you're an aviation fan and you're never going to lose your passion for it, are you? Just look at Heinz, for example, out there in Munich. Our good friend Heinz, who we did a show with, who loves his job. Rachel Van Zeller, Etihad Cargo 777 at the back of the queue, and that is. She may have just had that engine cowl fitted. You never know. That's why she's been over in maintenance. We do sometimes see aircraft landing and the reverser cowl not working on one of the engines. Well, I think this is very miniature Wonderlandy, isn't it? GB keeping close to that Lufthansa 380 is LH9901 due to depart 12:10. There's 4 380s active. Thank you, Paul. Going in on the Northern, is she? Oh, okay, that's a bit of a shame. Deshaun Bennett, Lufthansa, A380, 747-8s, 747-4s, 346 and 343s. That's interesting. Andrew Hickinbottom, has that bloke from Iron Maiden still got a 747? Well, he never actually had a 747, Andrew. They leased it for the tour, didn't they? Iron Maiden. Bruce Dickinson. And he did fly it. He did operate it. In fact, I seem to remember a very unfortunate incident on the stand at one point when one of the service vehicles struck one of the engines and wrecked a cowling. It's gone to Saudi, so that's 747. Hey folks, get this: we had a contact from JetBlue the other day in London, and we might be doing something with them in the future. We'll have to see how that all transpires, but yeah, that's ET, yeah. What was that? Just remind me once again, Gilly, that. So interesting feedback from Reuters, was it? On Reuters, that the reason for Emirates choosing the 777X over the XWB powered 350 was that they had heard of complaints about the XWB, the questions about its durability in hot conditions. Well, if you were sat round a table and you were Rolls-Royce, you'd argue that until the cows come in, wouldn't you? Don't you think we test it in freezing conditions and that guy's going long range and he's going, well, yeah, but Gilly, if you remember, do you remember all the way back, Rude Not To is a new member, welcome Rude Not To. Do you remember all the way back? You remember all the way back when there was a problem with the I think Qatar were handling somebody's A330neo deliveries, and they wouldn't release them because of the problems with the engines. But anyway, I don't know whether that's in any way related, because it's part of the Trent family, isn't it? It's the Trent 7000, Trent XWB. It's all sort of the same, derived from the same Trent family. But there you go, Deborah Davies. The new JetBlue 321 business interior is really nice. Seen pictures. Well, I'll tell you what is also really nice is the ETA 321 4-class configuration on an A321, folks. Pictures of that online as well. But yeah, hey, more than happy to do a piece with. What's that? Karen, yes, emu, screaming emu. Do emus scream? Yeah. Red as in virgin red, yeah. Deshaun Bennett. I don't know which London airport is best to work at, Heathrow or London Gatwick. Deshaun. It depends on where you live, really, in terms of your commute. But you know, if you want to go where the real action is, I would say Heathrow. No doubt about it. Taxiing all the way down to 18. LC Whitehall, that what you are talking about was Uganda 330 Neos at Toulouse. There we go. See, he knows what I'm talking about. And it was and they never got them, did they? Don't even think they ever got them, did they, Paul? Flea M Wings. Tim Clark. So Tim Clark was complaining that the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB 97s can only be on wing for a short time before needing overhaul. He was also bitching about the cost of the overhaul. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's Tim Clark of Emirates, is it? Wow. But Emirates are not operating the 350s yet, are they? Take delivery of them, yeah, okay. I know, but why would because Tim Clark is so Tim Clark isn't he one of the CEOs of Emirates, is he? Sarah Lancaster, ETA 321 it is amazing, and it's like the interior of a very, very posh car, I have to say. Proper leathery, and I bet it smells lovely in there, man. Hot Mess Mama tuning in from Denver, Colorado. Wow, what time is it in Denver? It's got to be early doors, isn't it? Daniel Banks, good morning all. Nice surprise. Good morning to you. Ross Watts, I'd love to do the JFK to Heathrow route with JetBlue on the 321. We got Caroline Teague's 10 gifting memberships, didn't we? Yeah, but where's he getting that information from about them being unreliable in hot conditions? Is that someone at Qatar maybe has given them that feedback? That's
not good news, is it, for Rolls-Royce, I have to say. I'm guessing that they will be dealing with those issues. I don't know whether it's related in any way to why the massive change in the componentry of the Rolls-Royce Ultrafan having its gearbox actually on the shaft itself, on the actual. I guess you would, you know, in engine terms we called it a drive shaft. In jet engine terms, it's actually a spool, which there are in the modern engines. These modern engines, there are 3 spools. The low pressure fan is right at the front, obviously. Everything goes back, creates high pressure to the combustor, but different stages of compressor blades, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things that go to make up these modern engines, but Rolls-Royce obviously, you know, relying quite considerably on that Ultrafan engine, and potentially, you know, I mean, I haven't heard. That's the first time I've heard any feedback, negative feedback about the XWB engine. I've got to be honest with you. Ian Byrne, Jerry, the tug on the 747 was it driverless? No, Ian. He wouldn't be running a remote tug out on an airfield. It would just purely be used for I think they only use the remote ones also for the short haul stuff, single aisle jets. To my knowledge, they haven't developed a tug yet. Whereas General Electric are able to supply a guarantee for the durability of their engine, even though it's not a proven test bed yet. Or are they just basing? Are they putting that on, basing it on the footprint of the GE90, the 115s, or the 110s, or whatever they might be? It's quite interesting, that, isn't it? They've said that they're not satisfied with the feedback on the next WB engine, which is an already proven proven engine. But again, with obviously there's a significant amount of data that comes back from those. Ridder 747 might give JetBlue a go instead of Delta next time. The only one thing I will say is that I did hear that the JetBlue service, well, when we looked at it, it was quite expensive, wasn't it, Chili? The jet, but expensive if you're going in business class or mint class, I think it is. Yeah, which is understandable. Really, you're talking about, like, you know, like any but that isn't it, when you compare that against what's that comparable with, Julie? Business class and first class with BA or whoever, you know, Delta or whatever. Yeah. I'm sure that in terms of price comparisons, it's probably somewhere in that region. So, you know, but what I want to do is I want to actually sit down. I want to sit down. I'm going to sit down. No, I want to sit down in an A321 long haul, ultra long haul jet. Well, not ultra long haul, but a long haul jet. You know, and see what the legroom is. hear that startup in the distance, folks. Arrow, each 11. Yes, Stephen, little baby. Him, he, me. Sean Bennett lives in South London. Andrew Bickingbottom squashed the jet. Alpha Bravo, good morning to you. Kit Kat. Going into the northern runway, I can hear the highway. Tom Drake, when the airline started retiring the 707s, the US Air Force bought hundreds of them, saw them at Pima, parted out. Most are gone now. Yes. Would that be, wow, the US Air Force bought them, hundreds of them. Would that be for converting into air-to-air refuelers, possibly? Yeah, some of those Lloyd Bell, it is 4 class. Lloyd, it is 4 class on the ETA 321. I'm pretty 100% sure on that. They've got obviously business class up front, premium economy, and then economy, premium economy plus, and then economy. So yeah, there are 4 classes, Lloyd. I think you'll find. Yeah. Rid of 747. Big jets to small jets. Mrs. Floofage, good morning. Okay, folks, we're in the 2-minute countdown stage for saying farewell to our wonderful Freeview aviation fans. I hope you're doing well and have yourself a great day. Double Davis, 4th class is in the hull, on the roof rack, innit? Arrow, the ultra long haul flight takes you all the way to where the end of Jerry's sentences reside. Brilliant. Jeff Anderson, no Jerry, the US Air Force will not be taking any more. No, I'm not saying that they, I'm talking about when they bought up all the 747s for retirement. Were they looking to use them for conversions into KC-135s with the bigger engines, etc., etc. And obviously, what Tom Drake's confirming there as well is that they were bought up for spares as well. One thing that we have to consider. Right. So thank you, everybody. It's been great. Let's just see if I've got. Oh, we've got a new member there who's going to be lucky enough to stay with us. James Scott. Thanks, folks. Well, there you go. Yeah, we will. We'll be back in London, Frankfurt, this coming Sunday. But apart from that, and that will of course be Freeview. But we're going to stick with our wonderful members now for the rest of the day. And so thank you everybody for tuning in. If you're a new member, a very warm welcome. Make sure you come in and get involved in the chat as well, folks, because you know, I like to get involved in chat like we have been. So it's important that you not just as a member, you know, if you're dipping into your pocket and supporting the channel, then feel free to come in and talk to me and get involved in the chat. Any news, information that you have, anything over the top that's flying over the top, anything that's coming in, anything that's going out, any questions that you have, either I can answer them or people on the chat can answer them as well. So, but other than that, we'll see you in London, not Frankfurt, London on Sunday.
But everybody else, stand by. What do they need to do, Julie? Just hold on, or what do they need to? Okay, we're dropping the link now, folks. All our members, stand by. We're going straight over to member only. So look after yourselves, free viewers. Enjoy the rest of your week wherever you are, and thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye. Time to go and get coffee. Oh, okay. Oh, blooming heck. Can I? Oh.